The genocide of Native Americans, the terrifying truth. This is a heavy story. It is not easy to tell, but it must be told. Today we speak of an entire people destroyed. This is the story of millions who vanished. Their names, their songs, their traditions, their languages, not all wounded, all broken. In the morning silence, villages had no children's laughter. Only broken walls, burnt grass, and footprints left in the dust. This was not a random tragedy. It was planned. It was systematic. It was genocide. The colonizers from Europe first came with promises of peace. Soon those promises were lies. Treaties were signed, then betrayed. Words meant nothing. Lands were stolen. Tribes were forced away. Some were displaced. Others simply vanished. The first weapon was disease. Smallpox, measles, flu. Native people had never faced these illnesses before. Their bodies were unprepared. Thousands died within weeks. Villages were left empty. Children disappeared. Elders buried whole families. Then came violence. Organized, brutal, merciless. Military campaigns were launched. Settlers burned villages to the ground. Men, women, children slaughtered without pity. Fields were destroyed. Food supplies poisoned or taken away. Starvation was used as a weapon. It was not survival. It was extermination. The fate of the children was the cruelest. They were taken from their parents, forced into boarding schools run by churches and the government. There, they were beaten for speaking their language. Their hair was cut. Their names were erased. They were told, "You are not Indian anymore. You must live as the white man." This was not education. This was the killing of identity. Cultural death is worse than physical death. A body may fall, but when a people's songs, language, and traditions are erased and their spirit dies forever, the drum was silenced. Sacred dances were outlawed. Sacred lands desecrated. Young people grew up ashamed of who they were. Generations carried the scars. Land was always the prize. Every treaty, every signature, every broken promise was about land. Sometimes tribes were forced to sign. Sometimes they were deceived. A line on a map took away an entire homeland. Sacred grounds became farmland for strangers. Hunting grounds became property of settlers. The people were left with nothing. This genocide is not just history. Its wounds live on today. Native communities still face poverty, poor health, and cultural loss. Many languages are nearly extinct. Many tribes struggle to reclaim their identity. They search for the songs of their grandparents. They rebuild what was almost erased. This is not just about numbers. It is about families. Each burned village was a family torn apart. Each missing child was a future stolen. Each broken treaty was a betrayal carved into the earth. Behind every statistic is a human life silenced forever. Let us be clear. Villages were burned. People were hunted. Children were taken. Lands were stolen. Identities destroyed. We must not hide this truth. To stay silent is to betray the dead once more. To remember is to resist. To tell the truth is to honor their spirit. Justice is more than money. Justice means reviving languages, protecting traditions, restoring lands, teaching the true history in schools, building memorials, not lies, and most of all, remembering. Memory is not weakness. Memory is strength. It transforms grief into resistance. It transforms silence into truth. This was one of the greatest genocides in human history. It nearly erased an entire people. But memory can keep them alive. Their voices can still be heard if we choose to listen.
So let us remember.
Let us speak. And let us act. Because the real horror is not in the past. The real horror is when we forget. We must not forget. We must remember. We must tell.